Good evening, Brian. It's Friday. So I'm going to try and do this quickly because I have gotten sucked into The Walking Dead and just realized that it's 11:30 and I have not vlogged for today. So I'm going to try and do this quickly and without too much editing or pausing, and my phone keeps sliding even though this is where I set it every night, but for some reason it doesn't want to stay up tonight. Anyways, in our last few videos we talked about, or I had mentioned and then you responded to, the idea of the JERM, the journal, exercise, read, and meditate thing every day. And I think it really has some merit to it. You mentioned that you haven't really ever gotten into journaling before or really done too much of it. Like I mentioned in my vlog, I sort of got into it more as a way to use the pens and paper and inks and stuff that I was getting into rather than just for the journaling itself. But after a while, I really started to like it and really found value in it. It helps you sort of process the way things have gone, and it just lets you take all the things that have happened and all the events of the day and everything and put them down on paper, and then, you know, if things have been bothering you, you can sort of feel relieved from them by journaling them and getting them out, or if things are excited, it helps sort of focus that. Plus, it's a nice way to look back on things that happened and sort of have a log or a record of how you felt. So it's really fun. Now, I also wouldn't say that you have to write them out. I know for some people, writing it by hand, it works really well, and for other people, it doesn't. I know there's lots of journaling apps you can get. You can also just use a Word document or a notepad or something on your computer if typing is faster and an easier way for you to get the feelings and thoughts out of your head and onto the paper. So that's something that I like doing, and I've been doing sort of on and off over the last couple of years, and I find it really beneficial. So if you decide to check that out, you should let me know. And also with your reading, you mentioned that you're not a huge reader, but that it might be other things rather than just books, and I think that's great too. While I'm a huge fan of books and have lots and lots of them, I'm looking at my bookshelf right now, there's other great things to read too. You could read cool like blog posts or articles online, or you could read things more like graphic novels or comic books. You could just read other things, but it's just a nice way to purposefully focus on sitting down and, you know, consuming some kind of media or learning something that you wouldn't have otherwise and taking the time to actively do that, which is pretty cool. But it's sort of, you know, again, this is all about what works for you and what brings you good balance and good, you know, mental enjoyment and things. So whatever you make it, if you decide to do it, I feel like it's probably appropriate. Whatever works best for you is probably the best way to do it. And also, I mentioned that I have gotten The Walking Dead. Yes, I have read the books before. Not all of them, but I've read probably the first 68-something issues of the comic book. And I've tried to watch the show before, and I've gotten a few episodes in, but never really got sucked into it for some reason. But Lou and I started watching it earlier this week, and oh my goodness, I am definitely sucked in. It's such an awesome show, and it's very exciting and thrilling and scary and intense, and it's great. And we got sucked into watching it tonight, and then I realized it was late, and then I still need to vlog. So I'm in here, we're gonna do that real quick, and then go back to watching it. But I would definitely recommend you check it out if you can. We're watching it on Netflix, and I know you have that as well. It's really, really good, and I think you might like it. It's a little bit on the scary side, but as long as you watch it with the lights on, I think that should be okay. But it's very intense, it's a really good story, and it really pulls you in and feels real and makes you feel all kinds of things for it. So I think that's probably all I have time for this Friday blog, Brian. I hope it wasn't too boring or rushed or terrible. I look forward to possibly chat with you at some point over this weekend and seeing your video on Monday. Have a great night.